What if Trump's tariffs work? I know a lot of people just do not believe they could ever work, that it's just going to raise prices and no jobs are going to come back to America. But it's a fun thought experiment to ask, what would it look like if Trump's tariffs work? And I don't think it's a clear good or bad. I think it's going to be mixed. So let's imagine that, okay, Trump tariffs work. All these jobs are flooding back into America. We're building all these new factories to produce everything from buttons to iPhones to jeans. Great. Everybody who wants a job has a job. That's amazing. And the wages are going to be spectacular because we just don't have enough people to fill all these jobs. So that means wages are going to skyrocket. So those are two really good things. What's not talked about enough, I think, is what would happen to the stock market if that happened. You know, all that money to build factories and pay people to work in those factories, that money's got to come from somewhere. And I expect it's going to come from all the dividends and stock buybacks that companies use to elevate their stock prices. Well, that means the stock market's probably going to either stagnate or go down, at least for a while. Now, I know a lot of people just think the stock market is oligarchs and super rich people, so who cares? But most people's retirement, either through 401ks or pension funds, are funded by stock market investments. And so I think you're going to have this strange reversal where for years wages have been stagnant, where the stock market just keeps going up. And now you can have the stock market stagnate and wages skyrocket. And the question is going to be, how do you fund retirements then? Because all these people who are retiring or are retired have been depending on the stock market to fund their lives. And now that might go away if, the tariffs work like I expect they would. So what do you think would happen if the tariffs worked? What would be the unintended consequences of the tariffs working?